Block that way, there's a T. There used to be an old farmhouse, and supposedly somebody was killed in it. And no matter what, everything I've heard is that whoever has owned it.
Are you good with being on camera?
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
Well, I hope so, because we're live right now.
I know that.
Yeah, we're live right now, so yeah, just so you know. I mean, you showed up, so now you're going to be on camera.
I'm here.
Yeah, we're not talking about that murder. Yeah, but we are thinking that the case that we were working on today may be foul play. We're not sure.
Who knows?
So, can you confirm, Sam, we are live then?
Let me check real quick.
All right.
What's your name? You just showed up.
My name's Ethan.
Ethan, are we live now? Let's see what's going on your phone.
Yeah?
Not yet. Just buffering.
Got some Verizon for you.
Yeah, I'll check mine too. Yes. Oh no, we see us. I see us. Here we are.
Okay.
What's up, guys? We are live. 2021 first quarter Adventures with Purpose trip.
Yes. And we're testing out all this new gear, new equipment, so bear with us. And what we want to do is bring you into the story today. Anyway, several times now today, we've already been like stopped. He saw, it wasn't more than like 5 minutes ago that I put up that we're doing a live stream.
Live less than 5 minutes away.
Yeah. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give an update as to today's adventure in Sioux City, Iowa is where we're at with Ghost Grandma. Sam's trying to get the RV door closed though.
I'm trying not to break it.
Broken.
I walked into this problem.
The problem didn't exist until you tried to close it earlier today.
Yeah. It's like I think maybe because of how we're sitting has the whole thing kind of wonky. So I'm going to try to give it a real nice solid push. I'm going to do like a karate chop. I'm going to try to push through the chop. So here we go. See if it works.
All right, 1, 2. I locked the keys in the RV though. All right,
that's cool.
So where we're at here, come over here with me, Sam.
Yeah.
So we're in Sioux City, Iowa, and we have 3 cold cases that we're working on today. We have some problems. We have some. I won't say we had any problems today. What we have is we have a problem of we're not going to be able to move forward tomorrow with some of the locations that we needed to search, and the reason for that is because if you look behind us here, we're dealing with frozen ponds and lakes and quarries everywhere that we need to turn after we searched the Missouri River today. Missouri River is a beast. You guys have seen us in the Missouri River in the past. It was no different today. But the main search that we were working on today was Helen Kelly.
Helen Kelly.
Who we have coined, we didn't coin this, Ghost Grandma.
Yeah.
The news actually coined this Ghost Grandma years ago because the story goes is that she went missing around 5 or 6 in the morning. Her husband noticed around 8 o'clock, Lloyd, when he woke up, that Helen was gone from the house. And that Helen and her vehicle were gone, a 2000 Honda, I want to say Honda Accord, golden color. And with this, she never leaves the house without her purse. And that morning, her purse was still there at the house. All of her belongings, except for the car keys and the car. Now here's where it gets interesting is because, we went to the Missouri River today, we did our little search. It wasn't a little search, it was like a big search. Like we went down a couple of miles. So Helen, 2000 Honda Accord. So with this, we went down to the river, had some incredible people come meet up with us. So a big shout out to Kevin, who is kind of in the security background arena, used to be a police officer. He came and gave us a few tips as to some of our security holes that you guys already know that we don't always have like proper
protocol.
Yeah,
we're learning.
Yeah, because here's the thing: we put up a picture like 5 minutes before the stream went live,
and bam.
Yeah, and bam.
It wasn't even 5 minutes, man. I think you were here in like 4 minutes.
I left the house at 8 after.
8 after?
Yeah. Yeah. And so
it's right now it's 14. So yeah, right away he was here.
Right.
Yeah,
bam. I know where that pond is at.
And so by the way, guys, I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to be watching the chats. So if you see me like looking at the phone and seeming like I'm distracted, I'm actually engaged and following along. So.
Because we're also testing out this new software, this new live streaming, everything that we got set up here. Because we don't want you to miss the 17 cars we're going to be pulling out in Nashville. Back to Ghost Grandma. At the end of the search, one is we're dealing with the Missouri River, and it was like the Kansas River where there was just sand everywhere and sandbars underneath. Like we have that new Garmin Live Scope that we were really excited to show you in the upcoming edited video of this one, or of Ghost Grandma, but you had underground sand mountains that were like 5 feet tall, and they went in dips like every 10 feet or so. And you could see that on the live sonar, like here.
That's really nice. The sonar was working really good.
Really good. So Ringo and Czar, thank you for that
Top-notch
donation on that one. We are using that side by side with the Garmin. Like, this does not replace this does not replace the Hummingbird unit that we're using. We use the side scan and the down imaging on the Hummingbird, and we use the live scope, the Garmin live scope, and those two in combination, we're going to be able to cover so much more territory and be more efficient. And so, speaking of more efficient, being in the Missouri River and the sand, if by chance Helen is in the Missouri River, long gone, 15 years, buried under the sand, like, the car is not going to be seen. And a tow truck driver, Taylor, came down today. In fact, here's another good story, is that, you know, you saw how quickly we got noticed, you know, right there, by just putting up a photo. Well, we have a local tow truck driver, Taylor, who, we didn't reach out to him, we never knew him before, but he was driving to go to a wreck today.
Yeah, he's on the way to the job, and
he looked down, he saw the RV, okay? I don't even know if he knew that we had the
iconic, apparently. The iconic RV, apparently. That's...
Yes, it's already iconic, so thank you for that, for making it iconic. And with the iconic RV, he's like, oh, I got to get back there after this wreck to see if that's really them. And so anyway, so he circled back around, and he gave us a lot of information and knowledge about the local river here, how quickly, even after a week, when a car went in 4 years ago,
the levels dropped.
After 1 week, I'm talking about a couple years ago, when a family of 4 went into the river here, it wasn't more than a week before the front of the car and the hood was already buried. So that's how quick this sand moves. So that brings me back to what I'm really excited about is we have Troy from Skyfront. Just look that up, skyfront.com. Go look at them, because that, in combination with a magnetometer, is coming to Nashville to do some testing with us. And if everything goes well with all of us, we're going to be playing a lot more with a drone that can fly for like 2 to 5 hours, lift a big magnetometer, and instead of us being in the river where we can only see what's on the river bottom, this thing will actually penetrate through the water and through layers, like feet, like 15 feet down below the surface.
Just amazing equipment
to tell us if something's under there. So really thankful that, you know, Troy is also a viewer of our series here and what it is we do, and that he wants to be involved with it. So anyway, so we finished our search today in the river, did not find Grandma in there. But here's where I gotta switch arms with you. Here, come over here, because that one
sides.
That one was getting tired holding the camera out here.
I'll take a turn holding the camera here in a minute.
Yeah. So with that, our story goes back to, why is she called Ghost Grandma? You want to jump in here on this one?
Yeah. So the reason she's called Ghost Grandma is after she had passed away and the husband had moved, a new family had moved in. Now I really don't know about this type of stuff.
The husband passed away 4 years later. So he stayed in the house for 4 years.
Correct. Yeah. So yes. So anyway, after the husband also passed away, some new people came and moved into the house, and there was a young kid there. The young kid kept saying that he saw an older lady just walking around the house and hanging in the area of the kitchen. That there's a crawl space there, and the kid kept on, seeing this, and I really don't know a whole lot about that type of stuff, but that's how the name Ghost Grandma was coined. Because the kid kept on seeing her.
Yeah. So with that, here I gotta switch this arm again too. Yeah. So that one still went out.
All right, there we go.
So that's how she became Ghost Grandma with us, or that she became coined Ghost Grandma, is because the young boy saw her, and so they accepted. You got to back up a little bit here, so that way you're in the shot.
There you go.
So they accepted her that she lived there in the house. Now here's where we had Kevin from the Nomad Expedition.
I just subbed his channel.
Hold on, wait. Tell me what it is.
I'll look him up right now.
Nomad Expedition.
No.
The Nomad Experience.
No. Yes.
So
there you go. Nomad Experience.
Yes. So go check him out. NOMOC. The Nomad Experience. Anyway, check him out. He's a retired law enforcement. came out to do security with us. He's going to be working with us a lot more. But he gave us his, like you've seen Mike King from Profiling Evil on our show. And it was really good to have that law enforcement perspective of this. And he said, several things, could have happened. One is, there's a possibility that she's in the river. There's a possibility that, whatever medication she was on, because she had recently been diagnosed with a medical condition, but it was not a life-threatening medical condition. But however, what medication was she on? So that's where we need your help. Like, can anybody track that down as to Helen Kelly? What medication may she have been on, and what might that have done
to her, kind of effects they have on her brain? Because the article says that it wasn't life-threatening, but it was super vague. So that could have been a number of different things. She could have had decline in mental cognitive power. That's not necessarily life-threatening, but does change someone's life. That mixed with, like you said, the possible effects of different medication. So if you guys can, you guys are part of this too. So if you guys can do some research for us, let us know.
But then, in addition to that, going down the detective side of this is the husband. And I'm not saying that Lloyd did this, and Lloyd is long gone. And I don't know any of the family members. We didn't speak with any of them to see if there was a potential on this one. But we have Ghost Grandma in the house, who he says lives under the house. And there's a crawl space area to get underneath the house, and it sounds like it's kind of fairly large to get under there. And we did try getting a hold of some cadaver dogs here in town that was recommended to us. However, we can't come out unless law enforcement tells us to. I don't agree with that, okay? I'm just going to call it for what it is. I think that if we have a potential to solve a cold case, jump on it with us. That's what we're out here doing. We're boots on the ground, stomping the brush, and nobody's saying, hey, you can or cannot do this. In fact, you had a commenter yesterday on your
my
page,
channel,
and the commenter said,
they said that we should just leave it alone, let the law do their job, or let the law take care of these cases. It was something along those lines, that we needed to back off and just leave them all alone.
But here's the thing. We, the two of us, with your help, we were able to solve four cold cases yesterday. I'm sorry, in 2020, in the last 14 months.
In the last 14 months,
yes.
We've solved 4 cold cases.
Yes. And so, if we would have left that for an agency, would they have been solved to this date? Definitely not Tim Robinson.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Nope.
And the other ones, the agencies didn't want to touch it. So that one, no. The other one, the agencies wouldn't step in on it. So no. Nothing. And then the other one was 7 years old, and they'd already done their research.
They wrote it off.
Yeah. So they'd already done their job. So that's where we came in. So anyway, so that's my little rant as to being a little upset that they did not want to be involved. But I can't take it personally. I'm not taking it personally. I'm just saying, if you have made the conscious decision to get into that industry, and then you have your red tape protocols that you're only going to work with if law enforcement calls you in, that's what I don't agree with.
Yeah, because at the end of it, at least for us, it's about helping the families. It's about helping the people. We're here for the people. We are the people.
You're the people.
You're the people. So that's at the end of the day, it's about getting the answers, man. Getting a paycheck or making a little money. I understand that people do have jobs and they do sign waivers and they do have protocols, but at the end of it, we just all want to do good. And that's what it's about. So if you guys have a skill or a talent, you guys have dogs, you can get a hold of us. Let's use our skills collectively for the greater good.
So where that leaves us, also another gentleman by the name of Tyler came down as well. Another viewer that reached out that knew the area, and so he worked well with us today as well. And so his feelings was, Grandma's under the house.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of that.
Kevin's feelings was, I think she might be under the house. I'm sensing foul play in this, and that's coming from a retired law enforcement that has done a lot of investigation. The news was down today as well. And I think that both of them, they really couldn't say on camera. They're like, we're under contract. We can't say a few
we're
things.
under contract. We can't say nothing.
So I won't say which way that they were kind of leaning, but I'm just going to say that the majority was kind of leaning.
Nod.
Anyway, big shout out to Channel 4 News, by the way, at 5 o'clock Iowa
time.
Sioux City, Iowa time in 35 minutes. They're running a short piece as to why we were in the area, and then over the next couple of days, they're going to be sending out a larger in-depth interview that we did with them as well. What else have I got to say on that one? I think that's kind of it.
I think you covered that.
How about some questions? Let's take some.
All right, let's get some questions.
Questions there.
See what we got going here.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for being here and supporting us as we're out here on the road. Now, so as I had kind of mentioned, going back,
that thing's flying. I got to figure out how to slow this down.
Yeah, so going back to the pond here, we had planned on being in the area for 2 days because it wasn't just Helen. Here, I gotta switch arms again.
Switch arms again? Switching arms? All right.
Yeah. So it wasn't just Helen.
Look at that, you're getting strong, man.
I know.
You're holding that up, man. That's good. Look at that. Like a beast.
So it wasn't just Helen Kelly that we were working on. We were also here because Del Robinson lives over in Mobile, but he was last seen here in Sioux City. So we were looking for his pickup today as well. And another case from 1961 for Thomas Dowdery. Dowdery.
Amputee.
Double amputee. Proud of his service. He's 45 years old, so the same age as I am now. He would, very proud of his service. He would dress up when he went out, but him and his vehicle went missing one day, and nobody saw him after that one. So
Helen Kelly, how long has she been missing?
Since 2005. That's the only question?
So far.
That's it.
Any other questions, please send them.
Here. We have a couple of shout-outs, so thank you to the members who are a part of this that are donating as well. It's definitely puts gas in the RV because this thing is costing me like $105 to $110, $15
each time.
Every time we fill up, and I think we've already filled up like 5 times just to get here in the last 2 days. So donations like Matt Ostrander. Yes, thank you for that. Members as well, so if you become a member, we do have videos for you ahead of time once they're edited. If you're on a desktop, there's a little join button on YouTube next to the subscribe. If you're on a phone, I don't know the best way to get to it, but in the link in the description down below, there's a link to become a member, so really appreciate your support there. Other people to say thank you to is Chelsea, $25 donation. Hope it helps every little bit. Admire what you do. Thank you very much. We have a new member is John Hess. Welcome to part of the team. Thank you to, I was told I shouldn't shout out dollar amounts. So I'll just say thank you to Bad Danny. Hey, you guys, you're doing a real good job. If you're ever in South Florida, give me a holla. Retired firefighter. And I'm just going to do one more. Pharmac. Oh, I see them quite a bit. Pharmac. Thank you for your donation today. I also see Allison just became a member. Darcy just became a member. Paul just became a member.
Thank you, guys.
So thank you for that. You want to read a few more of those questions?
Yeah, any other questions, go ahead and send in your questions, and I'll try to see what I can to find them.
So where does that take us from here? As you guys know, we're not really releasing much of our trip details. Again, for this, we call it security concerns, but it's kind of security concerns.
Yeah, security concerns. That's a thing.
Yeah, although I'm really not worried about anything. But
what kind of car was Ghost Grandma in when she vanished?
2000 Honda Accord. It was gold in color. So where does that take us from here? We're actually going to jump out of here a day early. We're looking at some other cold cases as we're moving south, but I think that we're going to run into frozen ponds because the other location is only about an hour and a half from here, and then we have another one that's like 2 hours from there as we're moving further south. So
here's an interesting one. Does it ever freak you out to mess with spirits? Like maybe she doesn't want to be found. It's an interesting.
I believe that at the end of the day, as a spirit, that you would want to eventually have those answers answered as to what had happened.
Yeah. My take on that, I really don't know a whole lot about that type of stuff at all. So I don't feel educated enough on it to even comment one way or the other. I know at the end of the day, our goal is to find people, and if a certain area hasn't been searched, then we need to search it. And so that's kind of where I put that in my mind. As a human in the flesh, we're here and we have this ability to mark this area off. If there's a concern that of any type that Helen, went missing. I mean, it seems like one of the places you would look would be the last place someone saw her. Or so I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at, So no, I think that people or places need to be checked. I try not to even really think about that too much because I really don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, we're not here to find out the whys or the who's done it. We're here to find the answers as to where the individual is or is not, and to provide that answer for the families. That's our only mission. And I know that a lot of you have said, we'd love to hear more of the story afterwards or more of the lead ups. In fact, my wife even says, can you tell us more of the story leading up? What type of a person was she? How long were they married? And, how long were they married? I need to be a little more conscientious about that. In fact, leave a comment down below. What is it that we're missing in these stories that you would like to know more of, that we need to take just a little bit more time to share this information with you, in the edited version, the build up to or the closing of. Here's the thing though, when we move on from this one, we're moving immediately tomorrow morning, we're going to be working on another one. And we're only two people that only have so many hours in the day, and trying to tell the story that day and bring you into this for what we've kind of coined and stolen from Mike King was open source investigations.
Have you ever had to testify in any trials?
I have not.
Due to what we're doing and the nature of what we do.
I like how you define that as to this particular. Yeah, not to this. Yes. In my own trial, in my own defense, yes. Listen, I haven't always been perfect. I'm going to throw that out there right now. You can, if anybody wants to find out any dirty laundry, first of all, I tell you most of my dirty laundry, just go to jaredlyzik.com/my-story, or just Google search my name, Jared Lyzik, and it should pop up as like one of the first things. Listen, I've been in trouble before. I haven't always been, a good person. I grew up as I've been in the foster care system. I felt the unloved. I've been, I've had the depression. I've had problems in my own, relationships. But where am I today? Who are you today compared to where you were 20 years ago? I'm a much different person. So
absolutely, man. Even just 5 years ago, when it comes to me, yeah, totally, man. You're hearing that.
Only 5 years? I have like this 15 to 20 year rule. Like if you've only changed in the last 5 years, bro, you might still mess up.
No, it's backwards. It's backwards.
Okay. So,
constant change. So what can we do? What can people do in their own area to help others with things like this?
So many things you can do. One is, if you have a boat and you have sonar, that's one of the biggest things that I've been trying to push and promote lately. I gotta switch arms again.
Switch.
Yeah. So you got to come over here now.
Come over here now.
Yeah. So that's one of the first biggest things I try to promote is if you have a boat and you have a boat and sonar, get in the water at these boat ramps and start scanning them, 50 to 100, 200 feet out, depending on how fast the current is, is it going to be 100 yards down? Is it going to be, 500 yards down? Some we found 500 yards, some are, 100 or 200 feet. So that's kind of the first thing. What's the next thing? There seems to be like a lot of ground searches. We are not a ground search specialty team. You might see us doing a ground search coming up in Oklahoma at the end of the month, but that's because we kind of already committed to, we thought that this would be more of a water search. But we'd already committed the day. We're not going to not go to the area. We are working with Jeff, a cadaver dog team, that's also going to be there. So we might end up in the woods, in the forest, or we might end up in the water. We don't know that one yet. Sam's phone went off and I forgot his password.
I forgot my password?
I think, wait, let's see if I remember. Hold on, wait, I gotta delete that. Now I gotta go back there. Did I get it?
You got it.
Oh, all right.
Super complicated.
It's not your birthday, by the way, for your password. Some people have their
it's not my birthday. So if you find my phone, you enter my birthday. It's definitely not that.
And how do we know that it's, when Sam's birthday is? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Sam's birthday is coming up. Can I tell him?
Yeah, tell him. Fine.
In 2 days, Sam's birthday, January 15th. So we're releasing some of that. Kevin would probably say, don't release this information because it's part of the security.
Now
people are going to start hacking you.
Yeah, probably.
So the security breach is you now know that he's going to be 39 in 2 days, and his birthday is on January 5th. And your mother's maiden name again? I forget. Last four of the social?
Roberts.
Okay. So So that's what we have going on there. What else do we want to mention?
Thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate the happy birthdays.
Oh, and additional for the new members and the donations. Thank you very much. That means a lot to us. That helps us get out here. Speaking of donations as well, they're a little muddy right now, but look, we have new tires. Thank you to donors. In fact, my UPS store where everything goes to, they called me up and they got a little mad because there were so many donations and gifts that came in that are helping us on this trip. So we do have a Amazon wish list as well in the description down below. And if you're looking for a little bit of merch, we do have merch there as well. So the AWP shirts as well as the Waterforce shirts. What other questions have we got?
Oh, right now it's just a lot of happy birthdays, guys. Thank you.
Oh, wait, let's do this. Let's jump over. We were thinking about going back to Bill and Mary because it's a little further south, but some of those ponds are still going to be frozen, and I feel like we really did our search in the Missouri there. So it was on the table today. We did discuss it. It's actually not off the table right now. Like, we could go hit it tomorrow.
Are you guys going to get under the house if you get those dogs?
100%. I will make sure that we talk our way in with the owners of the property.
Hey, you can't just be barging into somebody's house with dogs. So yeah, we got to definitely get the permission.
Yeah, I'll knock on the door.
Knock on the door, tell them what's going on.
Yes, if somebody has dogs that can come to Sioux City, and I will make sure that we get permission from the owners, and let's get that answer. That's what we're doing. That's what you're doing here with us. Is one of you, I can almost guarantee, is going to track down somebody with dogs that will come to Sioux City, that we can come back with you, or come on your own. You don't even need us. All we need to have you do is go to the house and knock on the door and say, hey, we're thinking about, there might be ghost grandma under the house. Do you mind us checking? That way we can just check that one off the list.
I'm gonna start setting up my live.
Yeah, well, let's do this. Yeah, since it's Sam's birthday is coming up and a lot of you are wishing him a happy birthday, we're gonna set up Sam's live over there. But you took the questions away from me, so let me get my phone so I can answer some questions.
After all the hard work of shutting that door.
Yeah, now that door is open again. Some of you may be wondering where Dan the cameraman is at. He will actually be joining us on the 18th in Tennessee. He just had some other obligations. Sam and I left early, so if you've not been catching some of our other live streams, that's where Dan the cameraman is at. Let me see if I can jump in here. As well as, I appreciate you guys hanging tight with us as we are testing out the new software here and the new camera setup and making sure that everything works properly. So it's a little bit of a challenge for us, especially without Dan here. Should have seen us in the boat today.
Yeah, we were hurt.
Yeah. All right, here, let me go here. Let me turn this on silent. Okay, I'm in here now. I can now see questions. So let me say thank you to a few more new members. We have Shorty12341 is a new member. Thank you very much. Oh, came on as a philanthropist. I appreciate that. Oh, I just lost. Oh, live chat. There we go. We also have another donation. How cold is too cold to dive? If the water is frozen. Oh, somebody says, I'll see if our dog people can help out that way if we haven't already tried. To answer your question, how cold is too cold to dive? If it is ice and frozen, I can't dive in ice.
Yeah, it's a safety concern.
But in addition to that, like ice on top, and if we were to drill a hole and get through there, do you want the camera in there?
Sure.
All right, we're taking a picture. Oh, wait. We're taking Sam's thumbnail real quick.
We're going to take a thumbnail real quick for my live. We're going to go ahead and...
Was that good enough, or do you want to...
No, that's not good enough.
Okay.
You look blurry, like normal. All right, here we go.
I don't think it worked for you.
That didn't work.
Yeah.
All right, keep talking. I'll sneak it in.
Yeah, so to answer your question on that one, we have... You're not working.
No, it's not working.
A couple days ago, or last week, there was a diver that actually passed away.
I didn't mean it this time.
Oh, okay. There was a diver that actually passed away last week. I believe it was in Canada or New York somewhere. The two younger men, they were diving in the river, and one of them they ended up underneath the ice, got turned around, his buddy came up, was looking for him, realized he was under, didn't know where he went, had a passerby call 911. Unfortunately, by the time the rescue got there, it was too late. So long ago, I made a conscientious decision, is I don't dive under ice, because you have one hole and one hole only. You may have had a line, but what if you accidentally drop that line, and how are you getting back out? So that's one, is no ice diving for me. The second is I won't go into caves. Same thing. For me, if anything happens, I like to just come straight up, and that is my out. So, and then also with shipwrecks, you won't catch me going inside of any shipwrecks either, for the same reason, is there's just simply no out. You're kind of the same, aren't you, Sam?
Yeah, I'm definitely the same with ice, at least at this level, with where I'm at with diving. I don't believe in, I definitely believe in expanding your limits, but I don't believe in being, just pushing it too far. I like slow and gradual growth, and I'm not there. My diving is not, I'm just not there, so I recognize where I'm at, and that's not who I am or where I am at this point in my life. I'm not saying it won't become a possibility. As far as the here and the now, yeah, I'm not comfortable diving it under ice. That is not a thing.
And Sam's setting up his live, because we're going to jump over there in a few minutes, wish him a happy birthday, and I'm going to be driving. So he has a new phone that has the 5G.
Yes, guys. So as you guys know, on the last trip, or many of you guys know, I had a different carrier that was real spotty. I hardly had bars anywhere I went. So every time I tried to do a live, it was always cutting out, just real spotty. And I switched carriers. I actually went with Verizon. I'm also running a new phone that has 5G connection, where my other one was 4G. So I'm going to give this a shot. I have a new setup, so I just want to make sure that this is working. And so it's kind of my test. This will be like a test and then a little bit of a Q&A while Jared's driving. So come on over here shortly, Sam the Adventure Man.
All right, so while you're setting that up still, here, come back in the background here, because you're a much prettier face than me. We have another member.
It's all the makeup.
Yeah. Another member, Connie, thank you for becoming upgrading to an air sponsor. Happy birthday, Sam, from Lithuania? Lithuania.
There you go.
We also have...
How far is Lithuania from Romania? I have a lot of my ancestry comes from Romania.
Mindy, thank you for your donation today as well. And as many of you know, it's because of you and your support, whether you're a viewer, whether you're a financial supporter of what it is that we're doing, we could not be doing this without any of you. So if you do have the ability, we do ask that you become a member for $5 a month if you can. That really helps us out to help with our budgeting, so we can get out here on the road and we know what we can spend on gear. And we have so much more new gear that's in the trailer that we kind of showed a little bit on your show.
Yeah, a little bit yesterday.
But we'll show more as we're out here on the 2021 trip. So if you're not yet become a member, please do so by clicking on the join button. If you're on a desktop, if you're on a phone, in the link description down below, click on that link and it'll take you over to become a member. So with that one, our way of saying thank you. The only thing we can do is bring you videos early, but that doesn't discredit everybody else that's here that cannot do so. We appreciate every one of you, and that's why we do release every single video eventually within a week or two. We try to within a week or two to everybody.
I'm flirting with 50K right now, by the way.
For his birthday. Can we get him to 50K by his birthday? That's 2 days away.
Yeah, 2 days away. So right now I think I'm getting close. I think I'm about sneaking up on 49K right now. I don't know what my numbers are.
I think we should see if we can you get Sam to 50K tonight?
That'd be crazy. That'd be wild.
Like a pre-birthday. Let me answer a few more questions, and then are you ready to go live?
Yeah, I'm all set up. Set up, ready to go live.
So can't afford a member, but we'll always hit that like button.
Yeah, do that, man.
Kenny Boy 677. That's all we ask of. And I receive several private emails from time to time as well. It says, really love what you're doing. I wish I could, but I can't. 100%. Please make sure that you take care of your home life before anything else. That's most important, especially in the, I won't say pandemic, it's just the situation that's, we're all in different situations, and if you go read my story, like I said, some of my dirty laundry, go read it over on Jared Lyzik /my story. Just Google my name. Anyway, some of my dirty laundry is over there, and I've been bankrupt twice, and I've had a couple of run-ins on my own, and I've been in trouble sometimes. So anyway, we all go through things in our lives, but what is it that you learn from that and you're able to move forward from, and who we become tomorrow from those experiences that you had? I'll answer 2 more questions, and then
while you're answering those questions, I'm going to kick mine on.
Yes.
And so
we'll... Ben Pauly is really excited that he finally caught a live stream. He's never caught it before because he's in the UK. Another person from the UK says, would you ever come to the UK? 100%. Once the world opens up, I want to go to Canada. I want to go to the UK. I want to jump down there into Australia with Down Under Dan. If you've not yet seen him, go check him out, because I just shipped him 3 lift bags and that he's going to start doing like a sister AWP down there. He has 14 vehicles that he has now located.
So some of you guys may be coming over.
He hasn't cleared them yet, and he's going to start lifting some vehicles down there, and we're going to take some of his footage and share it on our channel. So I'm really excited about that. What else we got? Anything in Arizona? Nothing on this trip, but we will be close by in Texas, if we call that close by. Jared just wants you to be shorter than him. That's right, yeah, there's a little hill there, so anytime I can make Sam shorter than me, it's perfect. Have you ever thought about going to the Everglades? The Everglades, doesn't the Everglades have alligators? Like, I don't think I'm really interested in alligators. So I know that I'm going to miss a lot of shout-outs tonight, but I just want to say a few more. You know, thank you, Ray, for becoming an air sponsor. Thank you, Angie, for becoming part of the team. Thank you for the private PayPal donation that just came in as well from Gil. Thank you to Julie Scott for becoming a part of the team. There's so many people that come in here. Lisa, thank you for becoming an air sponsor. Thank you to Sugar and Penny for becoming part of the team. Thank you to, I'll make this my last shout out this evening. Happy birthday to Sam from Minnesota. We have plenty of lakes for you, 10,000 lakes up there. So again, thank you to everybody. I'll answer 2 more questions, and then let's bump everybody over to Sam's live stream. So Brock the Rock, I see you're in here. If you can grab Sam's live stream link, start dropping that in here, and let's start moving over there. Have you looked into the Sarah Burton case? I've not heard of that one. Any word on Randy Leach? Yes, we're going to be working on Randy Leach in the next couple of days, so we'll actually be back with Harold in Alberta. We have a couple of leads and places to check. We may even do a live stream with them in the next couple of days as well, so hang tight on that one. We have seen some of your dirty laundry on the last trip. Yeah, right now, as far as dirty laundry, we're fairly clean in here. So
what are you saying, Jared?
Well, they said we've seen some of your dirty laundry before, Jared. And so Sam has made a conscious decision that anytime we go live, he's just going to close that curtain up there.
Absolutely. That's my plan. But truthfully, it's not that bad.
What's behind the curtain there?
What's behind the curtain?
Yeah. Yes.
That's the Wizard of Oz is behind the curtain.
Yep. And then let me just answer 2 more, and then everybody over to Sam's. Hello, hi from Sweden. I just subscribed to Sam. Sam, yes, please do. Thank you very much. I finally got a magnet for magnet fishing. Oh, you're gonna have a good time with that. Toxic blood flow. Jared's email, Jared@Travari. Yes. How can I do a donation? And Olivia, in the description down below, there's all the details on merch, on how to become a member, on places to send donations.
Let's go kind of look at this pond.
Yeah, go look at the pond. How about helping the boys in California? They're missing. We've looked into it. Unfortunately, we're just not in California at this point in time. We have other obligations we've already made, so I apologize that we're not there. Also, the update on the boys that are missing on the Mississippi. Yeah, it's one of those things where because they weren't wearing the life jackets, they had, hip waders on. The way that river flows, the amount of square miles, hundreds of square miles now at this point, with 40 plus days now passing, and we're also not en route on this trip either. It's one of those things. I feel really bad, and I'm a little upset also. Here's the thing, is I have a really hard time with, I understand that there's been an organization that raised some money and that did not show up. I'm really upset about that they raised money on behalf to go. The money was not used for such, has not been returned that I know of. This is all hearsay, but that stuff really pisses me off.
What does?
There was some, for the boys in Mississippi, from my understanding, all hearsay, okay, is not proven, about the money being raised from an organization that ended up not actually going and using the money for what needed to be done. This is why Sam and I, we don't charge these families for us to come in. We're coming in on our own dime with the gratitude and the benefit of you guys helping us. So that's what your dollars have helped us get here to Sioux City today. It helps us that we're going to be working on Randy Leach in a couple days. It helps us with the other 16, 17 cold cases that we have on this trip that we're going to be working. And fingers crossed, at the end of the day, we're able to, one, we're providing answers as to where these missing persons are or they are not. So I do hope that on this trip we're able to solve at least one.
Yeah, we do one, and that's the whole thing's worth it.
I really hope to solve them all. It's just not a reality. I really want to solve Randy Leach this year for sure. Bill Simmons, incredible support we have there. Like, we have so many teams are coming in, from boat support to other divers, other YouTubers, spreading the message and the word that if there's any chance of Bill Simmons being found, it wasn't because of local agencies. It was because of the power of what's going on here.
Yeah, the collective.
Yeah, and each one of you are a part of that. So with that, we thank you. In fact, the local Nashville PD doesn't even have their own dive team. So they're actually meeting up with us on the 20th, is my last understanding, so they can discuss how they can go about putting together their own dive team. So here's the thing, not every agency, even in big cities, they don't have departments able to go out and do what we collectively are doing. So for that, I want to thank you. I'm going to end on that note. So please jump over to Sam, the Adventure Man YouTube live stream happening right now. Wish him a happy birthday. We're going to jump in the RV. We're going to start driving. We have hours to drive tonight. We might end up in that one case I was talking about
the one
along the way, and then the other one, and then, but if not, we have a third backup plan.
So sounds good to me,
we're
man.
We're going to see how far south we need to go to get away from frozen water.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody, very much. I got to figure out how to end this live stream because I'm using all this new software and programs and all that fun stuff. So
come on over, guys.
Over to Sam's right now.
Come on over.
Sam,
let's hang out.
Adventure Man, Brock, and other mods. Thank you for being on here tonight. Drop Sam's
guys.
link. And again, thank you, everybody, for everything that you do for us. That's it for now. I'm gonna go figure out how to turn this off.
Yeah. or you could have like a little vortex of like never-ending live, like I did that one time.
Yeah, we could do that. Just keep it going forever.
Just keep it going.
All right, here. I'll just.
All right, let's see if Jared can get this thing figured out. See if
probably
he can turn this off.
Uh-oh, I think my computer went dead, so now I can't turn it off.
Oh, you have the vortex?
Yes, my computer's stuck on.
So get on your phone then.
No, I can't.
Where's your phone?
Because it's not through YouTube. It's through the Live View Solo.
Oh, that's different.
Okay, so here you're just gonna have to talk while.
Yeah, cool.
I'm plugging in.
Yeah. I'm the talker now.
Here, hold this on you.
That's terrific. That's exactly what I wanted.
And then I'm gonna try to plug this in and get some power to that. So it's gonna take me like 2 or 3 more minutes to try to get.
All right, guys, let me set this down so we can get some stability, real quick.
Oh wait, I think I might be able to just hit the end button on this.
The end button. Imagine that.
No, wait.
What